diecast cars, dream diecast cars, dream diecast cars, dream diecast cars.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Dream diecast cars, dream diecast cars, dream diecast cars, dream diecast cars.
Yeah.
What is happening, everybody? It's CJ from Dream Diecast Cars, and today, as suggested by Great Houstindini, I am going to be doing a review of this 118 Aston Martin Rapide made by AutoArt. Specifically, I guess kind of to sum up his comment, because it's kind of long, he asked if I could do a review of the car, and he asked whether it was worth it to buy it for Christmas, or whether he should get this Koenigsegg CCX made by AutoArt. So, I'll just kind of do a normal review, and then maybe, sum up at the end if, which one he should get. To start off this review, let's look at the front of this diecast car, where you will notice a huge metal grille on the front, real slats in it, looks very nice. You can see through into the engine, so that's good. You got the Aston Martin logo right there, so it looks very nice. Then you've got these beautiful Aston Martin lights that they all have. God, it's really great. They got them in a nice plastic casing. Of course, you got the little real light along here, the little LEDs up along the side. Looks really good. AutoArt replicates these little slats in the engine so that it can breathe. And really, other than that, there's not too much else to say about the front. It's just very nice. Now let's take a quick look at the side of this diecast car. And I guess just to kind of add, one of my favorite things about this car is how when you look at it from the front, or, you look at it even from the side like this, you can't, really, I guess more like this, you can't really tell that it's a four-door. I mean, we as car lovers, we all see the car and we're like, oh, that's an Aston Martin Rapide, it's got four doors. But, I mean, just looking at it at a glance, it looks like a two-door, and that's what's really impressive. Now, of course, when you look at it from the side, you notice the length, and, of course, that it has four doors. And AutoArt does a great job of replicating it. Now let's look at the side of this diecast car more in depth. Now, of course, one of the things that you'll notice on the side of this diecast car are the wheels. And yes, they are made out of a plasticky material, definitely not made out of metal, but they do look very nice. You got the little Aston Martin logo in the middle. You got the brake calipers, which say Aston Martin on them. Spokes look exactly like they should, and the discs move through the calipers as they should. Right here you'll notice a little grill. Up here, this little metal strip with a little line of LEDs in it. Then you will see the rear view mirror, which, as it does on the real car, looks pretty cool. Kind of got these little two strips right here holding it out. You've got the door handles blend into the car very easily. They're pretty hard to see. But you've got the door handle, door lock, another door handle, and the gas cap, which, as it does on most diecast cars, it does not open up. Then you've got plastic right here, very nice thick plastic, looks very good, and then the metal ring around the windows. The side of the diecast car looks very nice. Now, when we check out the back of this diecast car, you will notice the kind of blacked out, I want to say. I mean, not really blacked out, but, kind of grayish rear lights, which look very nice, with a little black strip of metal going through it. It says Rapide right here, which is just a sticker, but, I mean, it's a very nice looking sticker. It's made out of, it's almost like metal. It looks like metal. It sort of feels like metal to touch. I know it can come off. I've had this experience on prior AutoArt cars that I've owned, but they look very nice, very metal looking. Another little light right here, Aston Martin logo, and a keyhole. Now let's look lower down on this diecast car. Lower down on this diecast car, you will notice, some kind of metally stuff down here, just replicating the bottom of the diecast car. Two little red lights here, and then you got, little grills right here. Really look great. You got the license plate that says Rapide on it, like they have at the dealerships. And then something that, really I like to see on a diecast car is depth in the exhaust. Exhausts look really fake if you have, just chrome. You've seen it on Mace Tells how it's just, chrome outside and then a chrome kind of background. It looks like it stops immediately. Without looking too far into it, I mean, now you can see that there's that little black tip there. But one, it's nice to use a black end to the exhaust because it just looks like, you can be fooled that you just can't see any further down and it's actually a complete pipe. But also, I mean, it's just that black tip at the very end is very far away and the exhausts look great. And since we're at the back of this diecast car, we might as well check out the trunk, which is very easy to open up. Just pop it open like that, and bam, there we go. Not really that much to see here. You can see, down into the interior like this, and then you've got felt. This area is all felt, and that's about it. And now we can pop the hood on this diecast car. Now, it doesn't stay up great, so it might, yeah, there you go. Winds up setting already. It doesn't really stay up that well. But it does have some nice features, like the very real looking hydraulics. Here, I'll get a better view of that next. Other than that, hold on a sec. The trunk, the hood is really easy to open up. And the engine, there isn't really that much to see, You got right here, it says 6.0 V12, and then you just have this, huge kind of, engine cover, that's covering up all the cylinders. And then it has depth, I guess you can tell, but most of it is covered up. And now let me shine a light on this so you guys can see more of the detail. There we go. See, look at those hydraulics. Really look very good there on each side. You got little, I think that's probably for the wiper fluid. And, just really all looking very realistic and nice. Now let's check out the interior on this diecast car. And to do this, I suggest you get a door opener. And now, no, you don't need to go out and buy a door opener. But, if you've been collecting diecast cars for a while, chances are you already have one. I mean, this, for example, is kind of a magnifying slash, door opener. You use this end for it. That you get with AutoArt signature models, such as the Bugatti and the Koenigsegg CCX. If any of you guys got the Rolls Royce by Kyosho, that comes with a door opener. I almost wonder if you could use the umbrella as a door opener. That comes in the side of those. But, so just anything like that. And you could, last resort, and I've done this before, and these mirrors are really sturdy, but I would definitely not suggest it. You could open it up with the mirrors. I really don't think it would break, but I really wouldn't. I mean, you can just find a toothpick or something and just open the door like that. It's really easy. I mean, the back doors, you have nothing else to do with that because, it's so easy, though. You just take the end, it slips right in there, open up a little, and then pull it open with your hands. And, and after you do that, you can kind of just, reach right here and open up the other door. I guess not. But, that's pretty much it. Why go to the trouble of risking, breaking a pretty expensive diecast car? Now let's go check out that interior. When you look inside of this diecast car, you will notice that down here, you got a little mat, a lot of felt, and then a little metal area right here, which looks very nice. You've got a very realistic looking steering wheel on this diecast car, along with the dials, which also look very realistic. And then when you take a look at the doors, there's really not too much to see here, except, you got speakers, little door handle, and a door opener right on the side. Not too much to look at there, though. Relatively similar deal. On the passenger side, you got the felt, that metal thing again. No mat, though. You got the little door sills right here that say, that say Rapide on them. Right in here. I'm kind of shocked that they have the steering wheel on the left side in this car. Usually, for Aston Martins, they have the steering wheel on the right side, to keep up with, British, since this is obviously a British car. Then, we can take a look at the center console here, which has a lot of buttons on it. Hold on, let me get a better view of that. Looks really nice and realistic. I mean, just a great interior of the car, just like you would expect from AutoArt. You're paying a lot for it, but you're definitely getting a very solid, it doesn't feel like it's going to break apart every time you touch it. It's a very solid effort. Now, before I get to talking about, the rear seats on this diecast car, I don't want to say his username again because I don't want to get it wrong again. But he asked whether there were any, opening, compartments. He said, show us what opens and what doesn't open. He said, just like on the Rolls Royce review. And, one thing with AutoArt is that there aren't really any frills. You're not going to get what you did with that Kyosho diecast car, which was, the opening and the closing of, all the little compartments. By the way, if you want to see that video, you can click right on there. Yeah. But other than that, nothing like that. Just a very good-looking interior, and pretty much the same with the Koenigsegg. I mean, no opening compartments or anything. One cool thing that it does have, though, is, it has the awesome opening doors. Those are sick. And my driver's one doesn't open too well. It opens pretty well, but I mean, I don't want to break it. And then you can open up here, and you get this little part out. Put that on top. If you want to see my video on the Koenigsegg, you can click right there. There will be a link to that at the end of the video as well. Now, when you look, let's take a look at, instead of looking at this side, let's look at the very other side of the interior. You'll notice that silver, shining thing is the seatbelt on the side. You've got, I think that's a speaker, and, little more metal areas like the door opener on the side, and then, that camel kind of color. Then, as you guys probably know already, with this car is you don't get a 5-seater, you get a 4-seater, as in, there's this area right here taking up that middle seat. So that's got a bunch of buttons and controls on them that, once again, look very nice. Screens up here, little holding compartment down there. In the front with the seats, they look like sports seats. They look pretty good. Nothing too special, but look very nice. And here you got 2 cup holders. It all looks really good. In the end, I would probably give this diecast car an A-. And, I want to say A- because it's so easy to just say, oh, I'm giving it an A. Because, there isn't anything wrong with it. And it's a pretty good price, but there's nothing, super exciting about it. For example, I mean, this is true to the car, but it doesn't have a sunroof. So, you can't have the open and closing sunroof. The sun visors don't open and close. And, in response to the person who left the comment, I would suggest getting the Koenigsegg over this diecast car. It is more expensive, but it is a really cool diecast car. Once again, I'll have a link to the Koenigsegg video at the end of this one. And if you want to see an unboxing of this, Aston Martin. Click right there. And yeah, that should be about it. So I hope I answered all your questions. And if you want to see a diecast car on the show, and all you guys have been so good about asking, I try to do as many of them as I can. Just ask. I read all the comments. I get an email every time you guys leave a comment. The email's on my phone, and bling. So yeah, leave a comment what you want to see. 100 followers on Twitter, and I hope to see you guys next Monday. I'll see you around. Stay sharp, everyone.
Hey, knock one more. Can we go thrift shopping?
What?